Hello, I'm Robbie Grimes, one of the founders here at Standard for Success. Thanks for joining me today. During this short demonstration, we'll take a look at the SFS Pathways resource that was designed to track the graduation pathways requirements set out by the Indiana Department of Education. Let's take a look. The dashboard gives you a very good view of how all of your students are doing toward their graduation pathways. SFS Pathways imports all of its data from your student information system. Test scores, coursework, and grades that go with that coursework are the typical items that are imported. At the very top of the page, you'll see the Box 1, Box 2, and Box 3, and whether those are completed for this student. Underneath those three boxes, there's an area to track the I-STEP test. If the student has passed the test, clicking the box will indicate such. If the student has only passed one portion, then that one portion can be selected from the list. In Box 1, you can see that Orville is targeting the Core 40 diploma type. Right next to the Core 40 title is a link that will take you to a screen that shows you exactly what the courses are and the scores that were attained in those courses. If you'd like to see all of the students' grades here in Standard for Success, you can click here to manage grades. This screen right here will show you all of the coursework the student has taken, as well as all of the grades and the points that have been earned from those courses. SFS Pathways also tracks NCAA eligibility as well as NAIA eligibility. NCAA Division I and II requirements are listed here at the top. Scrolling down, you'll see the courses that are applied to Division I and Division II. And further down, you'll see a chart that lists GPA and test scores. Moving down to Box 2, in the Employability Skills area, you'll notice that all three of the learning experiences, project-based, service-based, and work-based, are listed. Box 2 Validation is handled through email within the system. The counselor will click on the request an email to a student, select a template from the list, and send the email. The student will receive an email containing this form to be completed and submitted. Once the form is completed and submitted, the counselor can go in to box number 2 and see that there is a response from the student. From this page, the documentation can be validated and it can be applied toward the service or the work-based experience that is targeted on the checklist. A message can be sent back to the student and submitted. To validate multiple students at the same time, the counselor can click on the Reports menu, go to the Validations Ready for Review report, and see multiple requests for validation. Most of the data that is imported from your student information system is utilized in Box 3. At the top of Box 3, you can see we have listed the ASVAB, ACT, and SAT tests. Test scores are imported and automatically indicated in Box 3 for the graduation pathways requirement. Academic or technical honors diploma designations can be indicated, as well as state-recognized credentials and certifications and federally recognized apprenticeships. This student was also targeting a career and technical education concentrator. Perkins 4 and Perkins 5 concentrators can be selected from the list. And when courses are imported from the student information system, if they are applicable to that particular concentrator, they will be listed below. The next item in box number 3 is the AP, IB, Dual Credit, Cambridge, and CLEP course area. Courses that fit in these categories will display as a drop-down and can be selected to apply to this particular area. If the student is following a locally created pathway, the 3 state-approved locally created pathways are listed here. And if your student will be using a waiver for graduation, full view of the waiver can be displayed by clicking the link below. SFS Pathways has many reports that are available for counselors to use and keep track of the students in their roster. The SAT report can be used to indicate which students have tried the SAT. The completion report will allow the counselor to see all of the students who have or have not completed a particular box. In many of our reports, by clicking on View These Students, all of those students are pulled out to the side, and each of their checklists can be accessed quite easily. In the Utilities area, counselors can select their primary student caseload using this utility. Local parameters and grade equivalents are set here as well. The two utilities at the bottom of this list are very useful when dealing with transient students. If a student comes to your school district from another school district that uses SFS pathways, a simple request of a student transfer of data can be made of that school, and all of that student's graduation pathways data will be transferred within a few clicks to the new school. Thanks again for joining me today. If you have any further questions about SFS pathways, graduation pathways, or any of our Standard for Success resources, feel free to reach out to us. We can be found on the web at standardforsuccess.com.